mojo. I bounce back, no pogo. Unhappy, no new brands, no logos. Money on my juggler, natural hustler. Think I need a smuggler up in Russia. You could be my butler, shine my cutler. Shout out to Oyenda, that's the guzzler. Okay, next thing, my life is a wet dream. I call it a sex scene, the bag is a nice tease. I tried to escape, my life is an X-ray. I'm sorry, a sex tape, you only get one take. Quiet on the set, please. Rolling anxiety in 3, 2, 1. Anxiety, keep on trying me. I feel it quietly, trying to silence me. Yeah. Anxiety, shake it off of me. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. From Florida, what's in that clear blue water? No limits, no borders. What's in that new world order? Marco, Polo, Negro run from Popo. That blue light and that rojo. And it's like I get this tightness in my chest, like an elephant is standing on me, and I just let it take over.
Young Hova, you heard? Track master, you heard? Yeah. Yes, y'allin', Jigga man be ballin'. Leave chicks pigeon-toed, some of them be crawlin'. Get the best of you whenever I put my all in. Have mommies callin' for the Lord, darling. Jigga and Paulin', half drop, coops with half the top, expose half my knot. I get mad when I brag about the cash I got, but I'm used to not having a lot. I'm from the gutter and I ain't the type to ever chase your box. I'm the type to interior decorate the watch. I'm the type to sling heavyweight on the block in every state like clock. Word jiggers to hurt, holla.
Your lips are telling me yes, while you're kissing on my neck, making me feel so. Should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. Your hot boy style drives me wild, but in the back of my mind, I know. Wanna see how you put it together. I can't let you get it. Wanna see how
Carolina blue kicks, hottest against on the block. Used to Willie bicycle since I was 6. High school, the crossover, wave the way kicks. Music is the same issue, gave away hits. So my get it together or forget it forever. When I go at you hard, I can get it through leather. You act like Jigga can, get it whoever. Talking you got a man, okay, ma, and that's high school, making me chase you round for months. Having a fear, act like an adult for once. Plus my hand is up your skirt, goddamn you flirt. What's a little me on top gonna hurt? Maybe a little, but pain is pleasure and pressure bust pipes. And you look like the I like it rough type. We can crush the night, tell me what you like. I got a yellow bottle on a bucket of ice, get right. Young Hova.
Even though I wanna see how you put that thing on me, I can't let you pass on me. Even though I wanna see how you put that thing on me.
That it calls reverse racism. RFK said that black children are overfilled on antidepressants and that they need to be reparented on different forms. All of them. Pete Hegseth constantly brings Doug Wilson to the Pentagon to give a prayer service. Doug Wilson is the same pastor that said that slave owners were on strong spiritual ground. I don't have no belief in no morality on anybody that followed Donald Trump. If you wasn't with this map, you wouldn't be underneath this president. You wouldn't be in your party. You would stand up, you would stand against it, you would speak out about it. So as far as I'm concerned, if you here as one of these Trump Republicans, you already showed us who you are. You showed us what you want to do. And I believe the country as a whole is rebuking your party. Y'all are in a death spot. That's why y'all have to redistrict. That's why y'all have to cheat. That's why Trump got to go to Texas and say he entitled to 5 more seats. It's because y'all know what y'all doing is abhorrent. We letting our people die in Iran based on false pretense that Tulsi Gabbard and Joe Kent say it ain't real. Y'all okay with all that. So I'm positive y'all gonna be okay with the match. But the beautiful thing is, the children that y'all have made and the people that's younger than y'all don't support none of this racism that y'all want. The MAGA party is the last breath of the Confederacy, and I'll be happy to see millennials and Gen Z bury y'all. There will be no more of your party. The midterms gonna come, y'all gonna get wiped out. Trump gonna get dragged out of the White House, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Because y'all loved every second of the suffering that he caused to everybody in this country. And worldwide, we starve in Cuba. We bomb Nigeria. We holding Zimbabwe and Zambia hostage for their minerals. We don't want to give them aid support. The pro-lifers that say all life is special, y'all letting kids die of AIDS. What part of your Bible say that? Point out the scripture. I think everybody would love to see it. And we would love to see y'all in the midterms.
Thank you for your testimony, sir. The board is clear. All right, up next we'll have Dr.
Murray, Mr. Marshawn. If I'm trouble understanding the writing of your last name, if you could state your name for the record, I'd appreciate it.
All right. Did I turn that off? Okay, here I go. I'm back on. I'm Marshawn Kamis. I appreciate the other people that I have up here because I had something that I remembered to say, but that was about 7 hours ago. But just
woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Bill Williams, DJ Exclusive is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Happy Saturday. Good to see everybody this Saturday morning. I ain't gonna talk too long, so I'm gonna let y'all listen to the song. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Once we get over the end of this song, I'll shout y'all out, man. Good morning, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning.
Just for a while, and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. Oh, lost in the words that we scream. I don't even wanna do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me.
On the ruin given over society, rather than massive possessions and other people who remain unacknowledged as just sort of obscure natives in the background, back to the desert. Let them go to one of the other Arab countries. That's been the position. Now, we bear no. The Oslo Accords say specifically that Israel bears no responsibility for the costs of the occupation. This after 20 years, 26 years of military occupation, no responsibility. As an Israeli journalist said, he said, we took over the country in 1948 from the British. The British left us the port of Haifa, a road system, an electrical system, a large number of municipal buildings, and lots of prisons. And we could build Israel. Without that, there would be no state today. If we had taken Palestine in 1948, the way we left Gaza for the Palestinians, there would be no Israel. We destroyed the economy. We deported most of the capable people. We forced the people to live in hovels and refugee camps over a period. I mean, if anybody's been to Gaza, it's one of the most criminal places on earth because of Israeli policy of occupation. And they're going That's simply unacceptable. Even
Y'all just missed my wonderful vocal performance. I was in here singing For My Life like I was on American Idol or something. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Good to see everybody. Welcome to Like It Not here Saturday morning. I had to make sure the microphone was on. And hope the microphone went on when I was singing, because that would have been terrible. But good morning, everybody. Shout out to everybody that is joining us in the chat this morning. Let's see. Devil EMS, what's going on? Tony Rizzo, hey there. Tony says, morning, Cherubs. Good morning to you. Priscilla, good morning. Gatlin Combo, hey, Mama. Mama Gwen is in the building. Jessica, good to see you. Jessica Tarlov, Boku, what's going on? Earth Homies, what's up? And Meat Cakes 87 has entered the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. We like to do our music thing as we're going through the day, as we wait for the queen to arrive. So like it or not, it's about to go down. Happy Saturday, y'all. Here's some cleaning music for you. right back, y'all. I lost my phone somewhere, so I got to go find it. Be right back. Good morning again, everybody. I found it. I found my phone. Thank you. Y'all down there.
Good morning. It's Saturday. If you know, I want to know if you're going to put a line in me. I got excited in my soul this week. I saw people of all races and colors standing in lines for the recall. That gave me hope that you're going to stand in line this Saturday to go vote. There are going to be lines at the polling places all over the state of Louisiana to send a message to Jeff Landry, to the state legislature, to Liz Morrell, that the racist shit you're doing down there, taking things from black people, is not what anybody really wants y'all to be down there doing. People want economic opportunity. People want safer communities. We rank number 50 in crime. Our economic opportunity, we rank number 46, and y'all down there taking away political power from people. The reason we continue to fail as a state is because we got people like them in charge, and you get the ability to send them a resounding message by telling them no on all 5 constitutional amendments. If you live in East Baton Rouge Parish, you got an extra reason to go vote because they're trying to break up the school district here, give 5 of the schools that we didn't all pay for with our tax dollars to the majority white part of our parish now. St. George took away and broke away, started 70% white city. Now they want to be able to take away 5 schools and still send their kids to our magnet schools, but they say our school's so damn bad. You get to go vote no to Constitutional Amendment number 2, okay? Get up and go vote. And lastly, this morning, I'm going to be at the Union Hall with the Pulse group that is pushing the effort against St. George to encourage volunteers before they get out and go knock doors to get people to go out and vote today. Do your part. I've done my part. I told y'all what the voting percentages were around the state. I'm asking you also to vote for Jamie Davis for the U.S. Senate. Send him out of the primary. Let him go on ahead to take on whatever Republican is coming out of the Republican primary. I've done my part. I'm asking you to do yours. Go vote. As always, do good. Do justice.
Good morning, y'all. Morning, sweet baller, morning, Q. I see you in there. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning again, everybody. About to rock y'all out with this midnight start. I'm curious. Hit y'all with a dad joke real quick. Okay, here we go. Make sure this, there we go. Now we can hear. All right. Okay, I'm all together. I'm getting together. Okay. Someone ripped the 5th month out of my new calendar. I'm dismayed.
Somebody get this man off the stage.
I'm sorry, I'm not Kevin Hart. Speaking of Kevin Hart, a panic-stricken man explained to his doctor, "You have to help me. I think I'm shrinking." The doctor said, "Now settle down." The doctor calmly told him, "You just have to learn to be a little patient."
Oh my goodness.
A little patient. Kevin Hart, a little patient. Man, if y'all didn't see that roast, bro, that's all I can say. Watch the roast. That's it. Back to the music. Let's go.
All you got to do is just connect the dots. He's buying up facilities in Romulus for ICE. He's talking about nationalizing elections. He's pointing right at the city of Detroit. They're talking about passing this hideous SAVE Act. And if they pass it before the midterms, it's not going to be possible to actually even have the infrastructure to enforce it, which means that they're going to make a claim that they will just use ICE to enforce it. These are all potential things. And the only answer I have between now and the midterms is that we all got to decide that we are not going to allow anybody to take our vote, and that we will do absolutely everything we can to get to a ballot box and have our voices heard.
Good morning again, everybody, man. Y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. But before we do, this is for the queen, Rebecca, who is in the building, man. And shout out to Becca, who just celebrated her birthday yesterday. She turned, I ain't gonna tell her age, I'm gonna let her tell y'all so. But good morning, Rebecca. Happy birthday to you. We love you, mean it.
Said I'm working all night. On the table, got my feet up and your head on my shoulder. I'm drinking my poison, you're falling asleep again. I told you I'd get you off of your feet when you say that your day's been cool. I gotta rock it, ooh. I take it to the moon like everything is okay. Talking kinda smooth like I'm a Barry White song. She just wanna know if everything is for real. So I gotta make sure everything is for real. Cause I want you to feel safe with me. I know it's jumping, but it can't hold us back. It can't hold us back, 'cause I want you to feel safe with me, yeah. I haven't done enough, no, but I'm working on that. Said I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Sentiment pas jamais t'en nous parler. Son feeling qui pas jamais limité. Signalé, activé tout côté. Douce courant brise, belle traversée. Pas m'gay rien si ou pas risqué. Pour moi, bon, qu'elle faut la sirène. Blou fait m'blier tout ça crivé. Pour moi, qu'à faire vivre en idylle. Mam attention, affection, l'amour ça doit, oui. Que ma batte fort pour je ne croisais pas n'écoler. I want you to feel safe with me. I know it's risky jumping, but it can't hold us back. It can't hold us back. I want you to feel safe with me, yeah. I haven't done enough, no, but I'm working on that. Said I'm working on that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Fun fact, Rebecca just shared, and I appreciate this, that this song was actually birthed from J.D. Vance's attack on Haitians in Ohio. So shout out to John Legend. I've never heard that before. I'm like, wait, I've never heard this song. So thank you, Becca, for that. I appreciate it. It's going to get added to the repertoire. I appreciate it. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Y'all stay tuned. We got a good show. Good morning, y'all.
Work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not cares who doesn't like it.
So sorry, I was actually checking to make sure that the mic was correct, and the mic
I knew
was
that's what
not,
she was doing.
so that's why
I knew that's what she was doing. I knew that's what she was doing.
I needed to make sure, because every time I get on here, I'm like, and y'all be like, Becca, the wrong mic. Becca, the wrong mic. So on this morning, the day after my birthday, I wanted to make sure the mic was on. I don't know why it doesn't automatically do it like it used to, but I have to go in there once the show starts to bring it to.
It's StreamYard, child, because one computer, everything is set right. It's perfect. Don't have to do nothing. The other computer doesn't remember any of my stuff. I input everything every time I log in.
Yeah, it's strange, but I am here. Listen, look, good morning. Welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth
and not care who doesn't like it.
Okay, you guys. So I look a little rough this morning because I had a good time dancing compa all night long yesterday for my birthday. And you said that you don't like to say a woman's age. I'm not afraid because I think I look amazing for 36.
I do too.
Can you believe?
You said 36. What 36. The hell?
36. I turned 36 years old.
What the
yesterday.
Hell, bro?
And can you remember that when Joe Biden was coming into office and Ben gave me that call, that video still on the internet somewhere, where Ben's like, it's time for us to get back to work. That was 2020. I remember it was October, I want to say, right before Joe Biden, formally got into office. But we sat here and we were just talking, and it was like, yeah, we got to get back. That was 2020. I had just turned 30 years old.
That's what the hell? I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah. And now I'm 36. So it just goes to show it really has this, like, to me, it reminds me that COVID took a lot of years from a lot of us. You know, we didn't get to experience like how normal people would go and experience their 30s and go and, you know, enjoy it all the way. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, because I did have the freedom to like work from home at the time, because everybody was working from home, but then we were really isolated in that same instance. It was cool because we was dancing at home, you know, twerking at home, having parties from the crib. Y'all remember that? Like all the parties that we were having. But then it was like, I miss people, right? And then at that point, it wasn't even that I was missing people. I was afraid of people at that point. I'm like, oh goodness, like, I'm really scared of people because of COVID. And then the isolation became too good. Then I didn't like people.
Like,
then
my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't like people. And then agoraphobia had, you know, taken its space and all the other stuff. So it was a lot of different moving parts, and that I saw myself go throughout the years. I was able to travel, but then it was like traveling was scary too, because it was $2 to go somewhere where COVID might have been just everywhere, right? And then, you know, you didn't know who you were sitting next to on the planes. People were getting upset because they didn't want to wear masks. You know, I was scared to go home and give my, you know, parents who are older, you know, get them sick and all that. It was just so much. And then I'm like, Lord, I thank you, because even in those moments, in those personal moments, I had to pull myself up out of those moments. I really, really thank you for letting me see 36, because there were days that were way too dark.
Come on.
Okay. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I really don't know. I had to come up on here and give y'all a little love, but the days were feeling like I can't do it. Y'all saw us crash out on here. Y'all saw a lot of personal things happen in the life. It's just like, I'm just grateful to make it to 36 also, because all those years that were, I felt like, taken from us I'm like, can be given back if you want it, right? We can never be that age again. Those are times that we had, but it's almost like I always say, you know, what the world takes, God can give it to you back tenfold, right? You just have to be in position. You just have to be ready. You just have to be aligned. And I feel like that's kind of where I am right now. Whatever the world throws at me, I know that every day I want to see that day. So I'm going to accept it. So at 36, all I wanted to do yesterday, I went to the garden. I spent it in the garden. I woke up, y'all know I woke up late all the time. But I said, you know, I want to go be one with the earth. I want to go see and feel and smell. Cue up the photos, been there on my page on Instagram. But I went to the garden. I had a really good time. I just enjoyed my feet on the ground. I enjoyed the colors. They had a poppy seed garden. This is a garden of a place out in the outskirts of where you can't go alone or you never drive when the sun is down type places. But they had a poppy seed garden. They had a rose garden. They had all these things. And as I was walking by, I was just like, you know, watching all the, you know, Mexican people maintain the yard so beautifully. And I say this because I'm like, this used to be a private garden where nobody can come back in the day. And now it's like open to the public. And all the people that are complaining about Mexicans going on their business, this is a white owned land. All the people that are complaining about Mexicans going on with their business, they're the ones taking care of lands like this, because the white folks can't do it.
Right.
The white folks, the people that are holding up these businesses are the immigrants and things like that. I just thought about that as I was grounding myself in the beautiful poppy seeds and all the things. I'm like, it ain't gonna be like white folks that just got money that's just sitting around saying for people to go home. Y'all ain't gonna have nobody to cure your lawn. To make it beautiful. To me, it's a gift when somebody knows how to build something with their hands and curate the land and make sure that it's beautiful and make sure that it's watered properly. And I can tell that this is something that they do every day. And meanwhile, the white folks is in the big house doing whatever. I'm like, they like, would you like to go up to the manor? I absolutely won't. I'm gonna be over here with my people in the yard and watch as they pick up the plants. It was just, that was so fascinating to me watching them do that. I absolutely loved it. I was just saying hi to each one that passed by. Hey, how you doing? I love what you did with the garden. Yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. But it was that. Ben, you didn't queue up the pictures on my Instagram. I wanted people to see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even. I was on a whole different mission over here, getting stuff outlined for the show. Let me go to Rebecca's Instagram.
Absolutely.
And so, what's your handle again? The songstress?
And no, that's not that. It's not that anymore. I changed it. It's in Becca's voice. I changed it.
And that's right. That's right.
In Becca's voice. Okay, go ahead and keep talking while I pull up your images.
No, with that being said, that's all I wanted to do yesterday. I really just wanted to just do things I loved, which is go outside. And then I went to go dance compa. As you guys know, yesterday was my birthday, but it's also Haitian Heritage Month. Monday is Haitian Flag Day. Okay. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, those are the poppy seeds. The poppy flowers. The seeds are on the inside. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that was me yesterday. And it's all sun, no filter, all God. Yeah. So I loved it. So these were wonderful.
Yes, Becca.
Yeah, it had a really good time. Just
Wait a minute, where are all those poppy seeds plants at? Where's that?
It's at Gibbs Garden.
It almost looked like that scene out of Wizard of Oz. Poppies
Right? It's even fascinating in person. It's a drive. Like I said, those type of drives are not the ones you go on by yourself in the nighttime.
I don't know about night drive. Is it safe at night?
Is it Fort Valley?
It's actually Ball's Ground. That's what it's called. Ball Ground.
Ball Ground. Okay.
Yeah. It's so anything to me when you go north, or too far in the other areas from the south, you get to a point where it's like we ain't home no more, Toto.
Right.
But
if you're not on 75 South.
Yeah, it just yeah, if you go too far. But like those are where the little spots are. However, they do have them in Atlanta. My only problem is you got to pay for parking.
Yep.
Once you pay for parking, you got to pay to breathe. After you breathe, you got to pay to open your eyes. After you looked at 2 flowers, they charging you. That's what I do not like. People complain. People be like, "Oh, you're just making complaints about Atlanta." No, Atlanta is expensive. Atlanta is expensive
for no reason.
So, but that's my story. That yesterday was my birthday. I really appreciate all the love. I really appreciate like everybody who just sent something like verbally or just showed me love. I really, really appreciate it, y'all. Thank you for y'all watched me grow up in my 30s.
Jesus.
So yes, I made it to 36, and I just thank God for it. That's my whole spiel about just being grateful for life and just being grateful to have another opportunity to do it again, try again. And so we're here. Anyways, guys, before we start the show, I always want to do a check-in with you guys. I talked your ear off. How are you guys doing?
James?
Oh, James? Who the hell is that? I'm doing sound like my daddy just then. But no, I'm doing pretty good. It was I celebrated Rebecca last night because I DJ'd for the elementary kids for a 5th grade dance and then DJ'd at the club last night. So yeah, Beck, I was drinking just for you last night. So happy birthday.
With the kids?
No, this was after the kids. The kids was from 6:30 to 8:30, and the kids was from 10 to 2. So yeah, it was fun time though. Fun time.
I love that.
Doing pretty good. Still looking for work. So anybody know anything, let me know. I'm here. Okay.
Absolutely.
I hear that. Ain't nothing going on with me. Just same old. Actually, whenever I say nothing going on with me, that's always not actually the truth.
Truth, right?
That's just what you say publicly. But I got some gems getting ready to drop. So that's what's happened to me. I got some stuff that's coming up this weekend and next week, just going forward. I'm just going on a blitz of everything that I got going on and putting out with not just politics, but AI and religion, everything, man. Everything is cranking, Rebecca. So it's all good. And I'm about to in a couple weeks. I'm about to be. I forgot. I'm a whole decade older than you.
You are,
and I remember that same week you were talking about we got started again back in 2020. Was leading up to my birthday, James, when you came on and DJ my 40th birthday. Now, when I pause and I think about how many years have happened since that birthday party and how much has happened, had your boy known all the stuff that was going to transpire in these 6 years, I might have drank a little bit more at that party. That's all.
Ooh.
No, for real.
Let me tell you. Oh, God is good because, baby, the way that y'all remember during COVID, the way we was down in alcohol or just over consuming
everything,
like any type of substance to cope with
food.
I ain't talking about crack cocaine for the ones that was doing that.
Crack is cheap.
We had somebody on the show during that time that was saying they was indulging.
Who? What? Who?
Ben says who every time, Becca. He says who every time.
Dr. Carl. His name was Carl, not Matt.
Oh, that other Carl.
The other Carl.
What is
that man was going viral every single day?
Yeah.
And then he said he did it with his child.
What? Hang on, I gotta. Oh Lord, no, his adult child. His doctor.
Oh, okay.
Drugs, and I think he's from Colombia. I gotta find him because I want to call it Carl Hart.
Yes.
Carl Hart.
Mind you, he showed up on our show. He showed up on our show very put together, because we were so inviting, right? And then he got up on. He went to, I want to say, the Breakfast Club. Yes, he went to the Breakfast Club with goals in his mouth.
Yeah,
he went to the Breakfast Club.
He switched up,
and they were like, "Yeah, why you do drugs?" And he was like, "See." He reposted our show after he went viral on the Shade Room. He reposted our show and said, "I was invited to this show, and they understood, like they let me talk. You know, even though we had maybe difference, they wanted to know and be educated properly on it." And he's like, "See, Charlemagne, a fool. He don't know how to talk to nobody." I said, "Is that the same man that was on our show?" He had
not the interview, bro.
He had gold in his mouth. He was just like, yeah. What you mean? Yeah, I'm like, not that guy. He was on our show. Like, actually, when you look at the substance abuse and when you look at people who do it properly, we see a difference in statistics. Like, he was giving us like a real rundown. Look, that he had goals in his mouth. I said, that's not the same guy that was on our show.
Like, when we saw that, I'm like, wait, where the goals come from? Like,
hang on. So let me contextualize for everybody because I want to be fair to because I know his research well. All right, and Rebecca, what you're saying is funny and it is true, but his research was just showing like the discipline side of what a lot of people, especially white people, are doing with drugs, and they don't get arrested for it.
Yes,
but they
that was the point. Yeah.
They micro. You know, he was going through the whole thing of the whole culture, and so but the thing is that he became the subject of his own investigation. So he himself investigated it by doing the drugs, and he did research in that way. So it's legitimate research. But when you tell black folks that you're doing drugs like heroin,
and he said, you know, my child does drugs, and but he was saying, like, you know, he properly showed them how, because he did say he would rather be the one, if their child was going to go out and do it anyway, to teach them how to do it properly, you know, because so many people are dying from overconsumption of drugs or whatever the case may be. But I say all that to say we were all overconsuming something, because the way I was starting to turn into a big back Cadillac.
Oh,
Rebecca.
Knick-knack.
A Buick. An Escalade truck. A Suburban.
Oh,
not even a minivan. Okay. God didn't create, and people know what I mean. When you got a certain type of body shape, God don't be creating you to be like, you can't, because then, you know, I ain't got no hips, but I got a little butt. When I began to become a big back Cadillac, my butt was shaped like a triangle. I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, when you're a slim girl, you can't be walking around. You already ain't got no hips. Why? My butt was shaped like a triangle. And I wasn't aware, because overconsumption of things.
Yeah.
You sitting there, I'm going running, I'm doing all the things. But then I was like, I had just moved into my apartment. I'm calling, like, because I don't use any of these services anymore. I cook a lot more often, but I was calling Uber Eats. Uber Eats to come bring me a Firehouse sub because that was the only thing open on my street. But I wasn't eating the half of the half. I was eating the foot long.
Oh,
I don't eat those type of sandwiches. But again, overconsumption.
But Rebecca, I didn't feel, and maybe it's because I'm older, right? And I'm sure my kids would disagree. But from my lens, I didn't feel like we lost those years. I just felt like it was just a real huge transition on the earth. Like everything changed.
It was
not lost those years, but I didn't get to. It was a transition. But when people turn 30 or they're doing whatever, it literally was not what I expected. Job loss
used to be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, job loss, literally loneliness, like family breakups, you know, political things were happening at the same damn time. COVID, that uprising, you're by yourself, it's so silent in the earth. You're having to try to get your brain to understand this is not just a party on Zoom anymore. This is not just your favorite, you know, friends, you know, connecting online anymore. This is actually real. You got to go get a shot in order to go up the street and around the corner. You know, in order to go into certain stores, you got to show your card. It was an eerie time that I thought I was able to get through. And I was in the beginning, but then stuff started happening and I was not mentally prepared to take it all on. So in that time, it was a transition. I don't think I lost the years. I wasn't prepared. So and I didn't know how to properly like get myself through some of those moments. Heavily in therapy. Relationships that were romantic and were cute, you know, in the beginning, those breakups became like a little grand because it was like, oh my gosh, I just lost something else, right? You know, it was just a lot of you're watching yourself change. A year felt like 5 days. Then you realize, oh my gosh, like then you think that, oh, this is gonna be the year I get it back. And you're carrying all the stress or the loneliness or trying to understand why you're not getting it back, but you're having to unpeel the fact that you don't like people. you're having to unpeel the fact that you're scared that if you go around a large amount of people, you're going to get sick still, right? You're having to unpeel the fact that you are not the person that you were the day before they sent you home from work.
I still ain't going around people. I'll be honest with you. I ain't going without a mask on at a certain, like if it's 100 people around me, I'm throwing on that mask. I'm sorry.
When I tell y'all,
we made it out. I think Ben too. You had family, right? You had your wife, you had your unit, you had your children.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
I'm not saying that it was easy, but I know that you know you had a partner to do it with. People who weren't living like at home with their family members, people who were just like alone. I was alone in that time. It was a very lonely time.
Like it was terrible because I know all of my family is here, and not being able to see them or go around like mom or dad got COVID and other family members like, dang, I really want to be with my family, but we can't. So, and then I'll never forget, we had a family meetup in a parking lot of the movie theater. And we basically had to stay like, and I hated that time. I really did. Had to stay separated while we in the parking lot, bro. After a while, after about an hour, like, man, you know what? If I get sick, I'm just going to get sick. I got to touch my family. I got to get some love, some hugs, some kisses, something. But when I tell you that time, like it's really, I felt like it's time that we lost, but it's like we said, we didn't lose it, but just being in the house by yourself. And I was already at home, working from home, but I don't know. It was just different during the pandemic. It was just like, damn, now I'm forced to be in the house when I wanted to be in the house already just for my sake. Now I have to be in the house. I can't go nowhere. It sucked. But I'm glad we made it through here.
Yeah. Made it through there. Anyway, no, and I don't mean to make this whole show about that. I'm just saying, Ben, you're about to be 46. I met you when you were in your early 30s.
Yeah, it's been some years, Rebecca.
I met you when you were in your early 30s when we first started, like it or not. And you're about to be 46. That's what I'm saying. The years have passed by. Your wife was pregnant with your youngest at the time.
Yeah.
Wow. And, I remember when you went to the hospital, we were on air, you had to head to the hospital and go. And now that baby is talking, walking. That's a grown kid.
Yeah.
He grown.
Yeah. No, listen, he's 9 going on 90.
That's 9 years.
He's 9, bro.
ago.
Well, let me stop. He's 8, but he's about to be 9. So, but yes, he's 8 going on 9.
Yeah. So, yeah, time really goes, and so much other things personally to everybody. You know, that's what I'm saying that has happened to them. It's just the shedding. That's why I say, you know, every year I compared myself to this year to a flower. A few years ago, my best friend did the same thing. She had like a flower theme, and I thought to myself, like, flowers blooming, that type of thing. God kept watering me even when I was just shriveled up and dry, you know, like a raisin in the sun.
Go
God
on,
kept watering me and watering me and watering me and watering me. And I'm so grateful that I was able to bloom into another year when I thought I wasn't going to see another year. So, you know, we're just grateful. We're just grateful. Yeah.
Yep.
Anywho, there are people who are not grateful, and Ben, you're gonna have to carry this one because your girl been partying all night. There are people who are not grateful for what is going on in their cities. Lots of redistricting in their states.
Yes.
Ben, I know Alabama. I want to say has been one of the top stories.
Yes.
With redistricting, and how it's moving like a plague throughout the United States, how they're doing this to take over and undermine Black leadership, and to me, another form of voter suppression. But go ahead. I know you got a lot on this.
The clip that we have on the screen right now is from Louisiana this week, and I want you all to listen to him because it feels good, but I also want you to watch the guy in the background with the red hat, because I have another clip of him that he's speaking at this very meeting. And he goes in there and he reads them for filth. But I want y'all to hear these Black folks, because they're responding to what this governor, Jeff Landry of Louisiana, has done to them, which is to suspend the congressional primaries that were already in progress. And he did so that they can redraw the congressional map, erasing Black districts. I'm going to say that again. In the middle of an election, they took the Supreme Court decision. Obviously, the Supreme Court is corrupt. It is racist. And it has that Uncle Tom, Clarence Thomas, who's doing the bidding of white supremacy to remove Black power. And in response to that, Jeff Landry, the governor, suspended the portion, not the entire primaries, but the congressional votes, so that they can redraw the districts, erasing Black vote, Black representation. And this is how the people started to respond. Listen to them. But you know what? I just realized you probably can't hear the audio, can you?
No,
it happened. You know what? StreamYard is trash. So that's the setup, Rebecca. I got to refresh my screen for y'all to hear it, and I'll come back and play it. And then
I'll go ahead and tee it up. But so with a lot that one of the biggest things I think that we're seeing from this is, again, I say this is a form of voter suppression. The other day, one of my friends, she went out to go vote in our area, right? And with that being said, she went to where they have it by nonpartisan voting cards, where you're going in and you don't know who the hell these people are, what parties they're connected to, you know, what real positions they're having. It's basically it's called nonpartisan voting cards. And how they do it is they'll send you the template with the names, and so you can look who they are, and then the template, you can bring it with you. But we're talking about people who, we know this is true, and I'm not saying that this is the best thing, but we know how people vote. And especially today, a lot of people are voting to just get this administration out, so that if that looks like to them, I'm gonna vote blue no matter who, like that's what they're gonna do. So they're like, okay, if they don't know who it is, really what positions they are, just this name and what area, that's cool. That's how we're going to do it. So she was sharing her experience with me. She was so frustrated. She said, I had to pause and walk out and look up names to come back to make sure that my vote is counting. But imagine an elderly person who did not take the time to utilize or understand that they could get the template from online, look up, research. Mind you, they're making it hard. They're giving you where you are just worn out trying to just get your vote in. They're like, nobody's going to come online. Nobody's going to try to research who these people are. Nobody's going to they're getting voter fatigue. If you're fatigued, if you feel like it's not going to work out, you're not going to go and vote.
That's
so
right.
A lot of them were in there very upset. She was telling me like a lot of elderly people were so mad, so sad that they didn't know who these people were that they were voting for. And it's another way for them to just suppress and to push back and to get their redistricting things to work out for their own, in their favor. But go ahead, Ben, I apologize.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Take my vote. Take my vote. Take my vote. I ain't gonna let nobody take my vote. I'm gonna keep on walking.
Like the guy in the red hat.
Talking, marching down the freedom lane. Come on, say it again. I ain't gonna let nobody take my vote. Oh, take my vote. Oh, take my vote. I ain't gonna let nobody take my vote. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching down the freedom lane.
Now, y'all know I love me some old black elders, right? And I absolutely love that. But this brother went into the building, and this young brother who was in the red shirt read them for a red hat. Read them for filth. Let's listen to him real quick.
Seats you would do it. I have no doubt in my mind that the map's gonna pass. If y'all can give us less than 0 seats, you would do it. Y'all do this under the orders of somebody that said the Civil Rights Act was harmful to white people, that it caused reverse racism. RFK said that black children are overfilled on antidepressants and that they need to be reparented on different farms, all of them. Pete Hegseth constantly brings Doug Wilson to the Pentagon to give a prayer service. Doug Wilson is the same pastor that said that slave owners were on strong spiritual ground. I don't have no belief in no morality on anybody that followed Donald Trump. If you wasn't with this map, you wouldn't be underneath this president. You wouldn't be in your party. You would stand up, you would stand against it, you would speak out about it. So as far as I'm concerned, if you here as one of these Trump Republicans, you already showed us who you are. You showed us what you want to do. And I believe the country as a whole is rebuking your party. Y'all are in a death spiral. That's why y'all have to redistrict. That's why y'all have to cheat. That's why Trump got to go to Texas and say he entitled to 5 more seats. It's because y'all know what y'all doing is abhorrent. Letting our people die in Iran based on false pretense that Tulsi Gabbard and Joe Kent say it ain't real. Y'all okay with all that. So I'm positive y'all gonna be okay with the maps. But the beautiful thing is, the children that y'all have made and the people that's younger than y'all don't support none of this racism that y'all want. The MAGA party is the last breath of the Confederacy. And I'll be happy to see millennials and Gen Z bury y'all. There will be no more of your party. The midterms gonna come, y'all gonna get wiped out. Trump gonna get dragged out of the White House, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Because y'all loved every second of the suffering that he caused to everybody in this country. And worldwide, we starve in Cuba. We bomb Nigeria. We holding Zimbabwe and Zambia hostage for their minerals. We don't want to give them aid support. The pro-lifers that say all life is special, y'all letting kids die of AIDS. What part of your Bible say that? Point out the scripture. I think everybody would love to see it.
Whoo.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, I ain't got nothing to say.
I would like to see it. Every time, I love that. And first of all, I love that this is off the top of the dome because the kids is reading off the phone, ChatGPT teaching them this, man. This is off the dome. This is off the dome. Okay. I think when we have people who are who are in these rooms where a lot of, like you were saying, Ben, we love our old folks. We love that I ain't gonna let these people take my vote. Ooh, take my vote. Right? But baby, he was a part of that too. Love to see it. Love it. But now we're gonna get down to some talking business.
That's right.
The elderly did what they needed to do for us, right? And now it's time for a lot of us to start stepping up when we are in those rooms.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo, yeah. That's all good. That's all good. But here's what we gonna say: you ugly. You ain't doing you everything. Like, honestly, to be truthful, get in those rooms and start calling a thing a thing.
Yep.
And then you can tell this is not somebody who was looking to go viral on the internet. It's literally like, I'm here to say something. Is this mic on? Is the megaphone on? You guys are literally taking away rights right in front of our face, right in front of our noses, and telling us that this is legal. The same way you did this with civil rights, same way, all those things.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And one last clip before we move off of him, Rebecca, was this when one of the city council members tried to come at him, and it didn't really go well. Take a listen in.
Your hat says Trump was wrong about everything. It should say you are wrong about everything.
That's adorable.
All right. The board is clear. The board is clear.
Burn. Cam Bondi wrote that for you?
Hey, I like when black folks know that they the ones that ate it up. Meanwhile, try to come at you, it's like loser. Because when we know we did that, we're gonna be like, ooh, shaking the table.
Yeah,
we clap. Look,
look,
start doing it all. Look, he like, boy, please. I love when you know you gotta win.
Let me say this for this brother, because I didn't really watch him. Everybody been talking about him all week, and I didn't watch him till this morning, James, when we got started. And I'm like, wait a minute, this brother is moving in the prophetic. And what I mean by that is that he was speaking truth to power, not just in America, not just in his city, but he was in his city speaking truth to power to his city, to his state, to his governor, to the president of the United States, and to the international stage. He called out what we're doing in Nigeria, what we're doing in Zimbabwe, and then he ended with this, this burn. It was that brother that had the anointing on him.
I love it. I didn't see this clip until now, and so this was my honest reaction. And he's clearly somebody that I love to see in these moments. I never knew this guy, but again, locally, he's probably very well known. Probably, he probably a dad, probably whatever. He got a regular life. But listen, I got time
today.
I got time today. I got time to go ahead. Oh, you said this about making a difference. This about making your voice heard. This about calling out these devils, these blue-eyed devils. Yeah. So I got time on today. He got his little keys dangling from the pocket, baby. Listen, and he got his blazer on with the good button down.
Yeah,
I got time today. He looked at that white man and said, "Ooh,
look.
You thought you ate that?
Let
me go on about my business. I ain't even bye."
He did that LeBron walk off, get the bag, and just
okay.
That's exactly what that was, James.
I love it. And no, that should be a meme. The walk off should be the next meme.
Yeah, agreed.
It really should.
Yeah,
a GIF should be made immediately. Look.
Oh man, but today everybody voting has started, in-person voting, and Gary Chambers, who is a really big civil rights leader there, he's calling on everyone to still go out and participate, even though they're running the shenanigans that they're running. And so what black folks are going to have to do all over the country is we're going to have to reorganize our political power in the face of the Supreme Court literally snatching black congressional districts away. I mean, some states are going from only has 6, black districts, and now they have either one or none. So there's a lot of black representatives who are in power now who are not going to be in power after January, not because they lost their election, but because the Supreme Court and the local states have decided to erase black power.
And people who try to make this, because when the whole story about them moving the needle, because this is what that is, came out again. When I first heard about this, I went and did my research. Each write-up that I read all came up as and it started out, I think the conversation started out in Louisiana, where it was like, hey, we see that there's some issues, you know, and it's going to affect Black people the most. So we're going to go and we're going to help. Everything that I was reading, Ben, like I was saying on the last time we were on the show, every single thing that I was reading was coming up like with verbiage that made it seem like the redistricting that a lot of these states, which funny enough, all the states are doing it at the same time. It's so weird, right? It's not weird. It's planned, right? It's the point. But everything that I was reading was that all of this was to help Black people. It was to make sure that their rights are secured, because whatever's in place right now is actually taking away from them. So these Cracker Jacks got together in a room and said,
I call them MAGA crackers.
What can we do? Like, what can we do to really make it seem like we're helping them? But snatch rights. They literally looked at it and was like, yeah, I know they sent us in this room to help Black folks, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to take away from them. That's the plan, right? We're sticking to the plan. After we do this, we're going to send it to our other fellow Cracker Jack states, and we're going to start, you know, letting them follow suit. And it's just as immediate as all of any rights that have been taken away right now. What states we're in the conversations each time for the past 8 years? Every right that has been taken away, it be the same damn states. Florida gonna be like, Georgia did that? All right. Yep. Alabama in that too? Cool. Louisiana, you on that? Yeah. Texas, you about that life? All right, we're gonna meet up together and we're gonna see what the other states doing, but we know what we gonna do. It's always they always be the first to take away rights. And right now it's too much of a pivotal moment, as the other years were too. But we watch how they snatched, no matter how much people were rallying out in the streets, they were like, we're still gonna take it away. And that's what I feel like is happening now. So to be locally in rooms like that man was doing, to call people out, I think is what we have to do. Yeah. Because it's not about being nationally seen. It's really about going into it might be a town hall meeting that they having that nobody's showing up to.
That's right.
And they having these conversations about redistricting your area, right? Everybody else is on board, but you don't know what's going on. And because you're in conversations online when right in your neighborhood.
That's right.
They done pushed your vote and they pushed all of that out. Now you ain't even got, we don't have any representation in the areas. So.
Yeah.
Upset.
And you said something really important there, Rebecca. You always do. But what you said is a lot of times we're online and we miss the fact that there was a city council meeting right there in our city. Yep. That had we gotten up and gone to and just said a word, said anything, said make your peace, you could have applied pressure. Now, does that always change the outcome? No. And we got to go beyond just showing up. Like, so everybody who showed up, that's the first step. God bless them. That's the first step. It's got to be applied political pressure. Yeah. Applied political pressure. We have to organize to make these people regret, make them rue the day that they ever try to steal our rights from us. And so what's great about that is that people are organizing all over the country. There are protests all over Alabama and Louisiana today, right now, where people are up doing the next step. So the first step is easy. Everybody sound off on social media. The next step is a little more difficult. Get up and go to your local city council meeting. The next step is even more difficult. Get up and go to the protests. And then it gets even more difficult from there. But if we don't do the necessary steps, we're going to be in a country without Black representation, and it's in a nation that has already shown what it wants to do to Black folks throughout Black American history.
And Ben, I want you to really talk about and discuss when this happened in Alabama, why it was such a big, like a big bullet wound, like, because people were like, oh, well, you know, it's Alabama. But no, a lot of people were online torn up about that decision when it did happen in Alabama. Do you know why it was such because the conversation has been happening for a minute about redistrict. That word is tearing me up today. Yeah. But a lot of the conversation has been had about a lot of different states over the past few weeks to a month or two. But I remember just the other day, I saw a lot surrounding Alabama when they went through with it. People were online really crying in tears. You know, is there something different? Do you know?
Well, I mean, no, it is. I don't think it's something. It's something different, but it's the same. It's just it's kind of like when I hate to use this example, but it's like somebody could be sick for a very long time, but that doesn't change the impact of them dying, right? And so America has been sick with white supremacy for a very long time, but they have struck at the heart of black political power to just outright kill it. And you know, if you think about from Alabama's perspective, all of the steps that were specifically taken from Alabama, the Montgomery bus boycott, the march on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Bloody Sunday, where where John Lewis had his head cracked by police officers. You saw all the, and actually I think I have some of those images here from that actual march, right? So it's been a consistent fight to get black power, black political representation in this country. And we've seen them unraveling it step by step, specifically since George W. Bush appointed John Roberts to the Supreme Court. That white man's only agenda for his entire life has been to undo the Voting Rights Act. And piece by piece by piece, he's been doing it. And now the final piece that they shot down recently literally just went in and gave white folks the ability to completely erase black power. So I think it's the acute moment of realization, like, oh, these MAGA crackers really mean business.
Mm-hmm. Yep. These new congressional maps that they're waking up with the next day. Again, pushing the needle further and further. They're creating this blueprint for the other states to follow suit. Louisiana being, you know, one of the top in the conversations. And now this, like right now, they're working to make sure they put that nail in the coffin. You know, these pictures that you're sharing on the screen right now, if we look at years that are attached to these photos, it's not that long ago. A lot of these people are still living who experienced these things. So imagine how long it took for us to get to this moment to what it has become now. They're trying to take it away. Who is trying to do this work over again? Are we going to have to? Absolutely. This is just one of those moments where I say, you know, it's nice, right, to invite the lady that wants a bouncy house for her damn kids to the rallies, but the people who got us here, right? The people say you ain't gonna let nobody take they tired. That's why they can only sing, because they was a part of the movement where the dogs was eating up their arms,
and
where fire hoses was all up on them, where they were willing to risk job loss.
Look, and that's what's so important, Rebecca. Like the elders showed up, they sang, they were in the audience. But that young brother, he went out there and said, listen, I'm going to close the deal. Elders, y'all set it up. I'm going to close the deal. And he made this moment. And I like what you said. That man wasn't trying to go viral. He just has something to say. And so it's going to take both generations. It's going to take our elders who did the work already, but it's going to take us, the younger generation. You know, it's relative. You know, I'm about to be 50 soon. So you know what I mean? Like that's relative. So we ain't the young folks, but we certainly ain't our elders. But everybody got to do their part. And there's one more clip when you're ready. I want to share Brittany Packnett, who really said what needed to be said about what's happening today. This is happening all over the country today, folks. Take a listen in.
We've been referring to this as a new Jim Crow era, which means that we are in need of a new reconstruction. It's about us to set the vision for what's forward, to understand that when Reconstruction was ended previously, there were 70 years that occurred before the South had another Black representative in Congress, when Andrew Young and Barbara Jordan were elected from Georgia and Texas, respectively, in the 70s. But in 1901, there went from 22 Black representatives in Congress to 0. It took 23 years for us to get more Black representatives and 70 plus years from the South. So we know where they're trying to drag us back to. We understand their playbook. And because we have their blueprint, we're writing our own. We've been referring
because we have their blueprint, we're writing our own. And so happening today all over the country. And matter of fact, I just got word that my people are going to be at a protest in about 30 minutes. I'm not going to go in 30 minutes. I'm going to go in about an hour and meet them out there. But all over the country, there are today is a day of action, particularly for Black power in politics. Because ultimately what they're doing, I don't know if y'all remember that phrase from high school, no taxation without representation. But that's what they're doing. They are getting taxes from Black folks right? Every one of us come tax day, we got to file them taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're stripping away our representation. And that's literally the reason the United States of America even became the United States of America. We went to war with the British, the colonies. I'm saying we, well, there was a black person. There was many black people there, but y'all get the point. It was still a bunch of slave owners who went to war with the British because they wanted to tax the colonies without giving them representation in the House in the Parliament in the UK. And so here we are in 2026, and they are expecting black people to be good citizens without representation, and it just don't work like that.
No, it really doesn't. Did we lose Becca?
Yeah. Oh, she's here. She's back. She's there.
Rome shut down unexpectedly. As Ben started to talk about taxation, representation.
Yes.
They just shut me off. They shut me down.
So anyway, that's where we at.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where you ended, but absolutely, Ben. I thank you for bringing that up. That today I seen that as well online. That a lot of people are going to be using this time and today to make sure, because what the woman that you just showed said was, we got their blueprint, now we're creating our own. The funny part about it, that's what the Cracker Jacks felt like they got, right? They felt like, oh, we have their blueprint. We know what they need. So let's get into the room. And even though we said that we'll be helping them out, we're going to look at their blueprint and take away from them. Meanwhile, it's like, are you talking to black folks that literally were like, if this didn't work, we're gonna find another way? Every single time, those black folks that have the ancestors that fought and found new ways and did all that other stuff. Yeah, this ain't that, my brother.
Right.
This ain't that. All these white people think that we're going to lay down and give up. It's not going to be that. And it's up to us, especially because I live in one of those states, man. I know that you're in one of those states wherever you are in the world. I know, Bubba, you're in you're right up the street from me. We have to deal with this. And then I'm from another state where they just embarrass me every single day. Florida, right? And all of these states are a part of it. But we're going to see what comes out. Again, these congressional maps that are coming out with the redistricting and putting black folks or lessening and removing like majority black leadership that actually helps people. Again, this is another form of voter suppression in some form. Like this is another way to cause voter fatigue. This is another way to make people feel like their votes, it don't matter. This is a way to make people feel like they're going to stay home. So today, like you said, and until we see a change, it's going to be to really get out there. Like this woman was talking about, speaking to your local community leaders, going to those meetings, because they're counting on you not to do it.
Yeah.
They're counting on you not to do it, because if you don't do it, your elderly grandmother ain't going to be able to know nothing. So if your grandmother or your grandfather or whoever can't get on the computer and learn stuff so that when their time comes to vote, they can make sure they vote correctly, it's up to you to make sure that you learn it and you go and tell your grandmother. You go out. There's different ways to make sure that we combat this, small or big. We need to make sure that we're constantly doing so.
There's one other detail, Rebecca, that people are calling for, and I think this is where the real power comes in, because they're calling for people to tell their nephews, their sons, their grandsons to boycott playing in the SEC, the football division, right? And that includes all of the major state teams that everybody loves to watch. I mean, we're talking about an industry that rivals the NFL in some ways. And so they're calling for everyone to tell your people, your black kids, your black sons that are playing sports for all, particularly football, to boycott, protest as many games as you have to in order to give them hell and to demand that they give us our rights, our representation back. And I think if we could actually do that and achieve that with our players, with black players, then we're going to quickly see how powerful our black athletes are when they stand up for political action.
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing this up. I think we have to keep our eye on this. I think, every Saturday we definitely have to give updates surrounding this, because it's going to be really important, because it affects us and what happens next. We saw what happened in 2020. We saw what happened in 2016. We saw what happened just recently, and what was that year? 2024. You know, we gotta really. I loved at the time in 2020 when we started. We had a lot of representatives from Georgia, from all around the nation, actually. People who were just becoming the head of the South Fulton at the time that just got created. You know, the all Black community here, majority Black community here in Georgia. We spoke with people, representatives in South Florida or in Florida. We talked to a lot of people, and at that time, they were already foreshadowing what was to come if we didn't do certain things.
Yep.
And look where we at.
That's where we at.
Okay. So so now for real, if we ain't preached enough on the show years in the past about what was going to happen and the stuff has come to, we got to start listening to us, but making the changes. And again, you ain't got to go to the protest, but you can go to the meetings. You can figure out how to get your grandmother to go vote. You can like, these are the things that we need to just be doing to make sure that we're not losing the recipes, that our stuff is still seasoned. Because they trying to take over. They really are. And
one last thing, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get off my soapbox and get out the way. But if you got, because I'm gonna clip this part, if you got a family member, a young man who's playing for Ole Miss, Alabama, LSU, all of these schools that need our talent. If you is a first cousin twice removed, I don't care what, y'all get together as a family and y'all gently carry that brother to the understanding of why they must boycott and protest, because if they don't strike, then we are going to have no representation in January of 2027. So go to you could tweet about it. Thank you. You could go to the meeting of the city council. Absolutely. You should go to the protest. But if you don't do nothing else, if you got a nephew by somebody's baby mama on the other side of if you connected to anybody who play ball for any of these schools, they need to collectively protest and boycott and not participate. Strike. It's called a strike. They need a labor strike from these teams until Black representation is reinstated.
Period. Representation matters. Yeah, and look, and especially for sports, especially for anything, representation actually matters. I know this is a conversation that's happening online. It's more on the entertainment side, but representation definitely matters. And a lot of people who want to play about how important it is to have Black representation in places like sports, in places like engineering, in places like in law, in mental health, right? We can't play about that. Getting your doctoral degree is really important, and there are people online who are lying about it. I actually want to bring this up for a few things. There's Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. We actually worked with a person who misrepresents a lot of these things, and they call them Talcum X. But these people are online every day with huge followings who are misrepresenting people who actually worked really hard to make changes, especially in our community. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is a part of a conversation online right now. And I'm calling her Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I need to drop the doctor because she ain't no doctor, right? Cheyenne Bryant, if people don't know who she is, she's actually somebody who has gone viral for her conversations online with people like Cam Newton. She's been on the Joe Budden podcast. She goes on a lot of male-centered podcasts, male-led podcasts. She's been on shows like Real Housewives or The Basketball Wives as, friend of the show who has a degree, right? Not like Wendy Osefo, who got 3 degrees and who was actually, got her doctorates, not the doctorials, but, she got her degrees. But this one, is out online and has been outed. I want to have this conversation because there's a problem online with people still saying that it's okay, right, to get online, curate this personality, become this person as a doctor, says that you are licensed. That's how you came about. Say that you are licensed and you went to school and you did all this and you did all that. Ben, as I'm talking, I really want you to pull up the clip that she did on the Breakfast Club. I hate it because I know they're going to shut us down or whatever. But I need people to hear what she said on the Breakfast Club, because this woman has done interviews because she's been outed, right? She's been outed as somebody who is supposed to be not like she's a licensed mental health practitioner, doctor, whatever. And she goes around and talks about relationships or talks about how women should be or how men should be, or, and a lot of people follow her. People lean on to this wording that she has that a lot of time to me is wrong, but who are me? She's been outed as somebody who doesn't have a degree. She got onto, she said she is promoting a book of hers right now. And she was outed as, hey, like, where are your degrees? She has a plaque wall filled with all of these accolades that include like, for best speaker here, or for your job done well, job well done here, for, you coming to speak at this graduation and this and that. But where is her degree on that wall if it's not there? Let's take a listen to what she said on the Breakfast Club.
And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no, because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily.
Okay, Ben, you can stop it right there. Because at the end of the day, girl, you said a lot of nothing. Where is your degree? While you are online, or while you're sitting on these male-centered shows, and while you're sitting and you're carrying a necklace that says doc on it, right? You're walking around and you're diagnosing people. You're diagnosing people with no degree. Here's the problem with that.
You don't believe her story?
It was debunked because look, they was mad. They was just like, girl, they gonna get online and eat you up because they said you said you ain't. They gonna say, where's the degree? People went to the same school that she went to. They got online and said, hey, I got mine. All I had to do, I got proof that I went to the school and took these courses. All I had to do was go on Parchment.
Hello.
They got your degrees. And then you're right, Rox. You get on here talking about some doctorial. We know that you ain't got it, Doc. You ain't got it.
You ain't got it, sis.
People, the reason I bring this up is because she's promoting her book, but she's diagnosed people. She tried to free herself on the Joe Budden podcast by saying, I am no longer licensed. And you know why I'm no longer licensed? The reason why I'm no longer licensed is because now I have the freedom to speak without having, being in the boundaries of someone who is licensed. I want my doctor to be licensed.
Hello.
With experience, because we got a lot of people like her online. And I'm just going to say it, Sean King and those type of people who literally step in positions off of being popular for a season and then start labeling themselves as something that they are not. There's no experience, and they start to lead and diagnose and speak for and do all this stuff, and it's hurting our community. It also was a slap into the face of people who have literally gone through the blood, sweat, and tears of the programs to become one of the minority faces in these positions. Absolutely. You don't get to come on in these spaces and just say crap. My problem is with people like this, there is a cult following that sees this and says, y'all just jealous.
Yep.
Y'all just jealous because y'all y'all, it's just y'all hating. Y'all don't know this is actually problematic because this person is sitting in seats that many people can hear and giving advice, and also has said that she's diagnosed and has clients and that she meets with people on Zoom. And lady, you are a glorified life coach, which is nothing wrong with life coaches, but you are not a therapist or a mental health expert that has its licensed. And it's problematic because there are people who need the help, and you just put on a doc chain because somebody called you that. Platforms like Real Housewives of Atlanta have a lot of people who are on there who do not have licenses, but they are putting them on as if they are these things. It's problematic. People are following suit right off of a cliff. And she thinks somebody else brought this up. There's a pretty privilege here, right? Where they say they accept it from her because she's light skinned or whatever. She's beautiful. And she said, you know, that's one of her values. She knows that she's gorgeous. She knows that she's beautiful. She knows, ma'am, but we know you don't have a degree. People like you are problematic. In our community, we cannot have people leading causes because to me, mental health is such a big thing. And it's been taboo in our community for so long. And here come yo behind.
Right.
With the terrible high bun on every microphone that you've spoken on, have come over here and you're literally leading, and she's likened herself to other people who are actually licensed. I ain't even gonna hold you. The guy that's walking around calling people snow bunnies and all the things, he licensed. He licensed.
Umar.
Right. Umar, yeah.
That's how he can play on words. Sis, this lady couldn't even play on words about her degree. You use a university's name, and you thought that nobody else went to this university too, who got online and was able to debunk that and to say, hey, like, you know, we cannot. Yes, you are right. People, listen, this lady came on her social media, put into her stories. She reposted when she was given a what? An honorary doctorate. And she says, basically, she ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. Baby, that says honorary. They giving them to everybody. You did not sit in no classroom. You are not skilled. You are not qualified. And this is no dig to her. Girl, go back to school. That's it.
Well, she had time though, right? And during, like, she's been out on the scene for at least 7-8 years. She's been on the scene for a little while.
Yeah.
And she had a
over
chance
10
to
years,
go
actually.
So she had a chance to go get a real PhD. Listen, I feel a little funny about this story only because I'm almost done with my PhD, but I stopped because I ran out of money. And so I don't obviously go. I'm like, I'm all but dissertation. If I was able to go back and have enough money to do my dissertation, I'd be Dr. Benjamin Dixon. But I also don't really care too much for academia because I've been in it enough and gone to all the conferences enough to know that they are as much full of shit as MAGA is on any given day. Now I'm not trying to give her cover because she had a chance to do it and do it right, and she isn't doing it right. But also, like, I these titles in the first place, like, when you're diagnosing somebody, you better have a degree, you better do that right. So you're absolutely right about that, Rebecca. But why we give deference to people who say they have such high education when a lot of the stuff that these universities and academia is doing is holding back real information and control. It's political. It's just so many things about universities that I'm like, I don't even care whether you got a doctorate degree or not. But if you're going to go around saying you got a doctorate degree, if you're going to go around and say that, then you better have something.
And for me, it's just it's about we live in a very sensitive society right now. We live in a very place like we just got mental health on board. And for this to be the face of our Black mental health in this space for the last few years, as far as like in the Black community on all these Black men's podcasts, it's telling what people are willing to accept. But this woman is she's false. In academia, though, like I do understand you have been in it, then you've worked in it as a teacher, you've worked in, like you said, you couldn't afford to even finish the program because it was too expensive. But there is a value to me, and when it comes to education, especially with Black folks and how hard we had to work to get an education. Till this day, we got to pay more, we got to do more, all the things. And here you are just strolling your behind in one of the most important places where people need the help. And you're writing books, you're getting rich off of this stuff.
Look,
where it's like, hey, there's so many Black doctors who are online right now that no one is speaking about. No one is going to, and here you are just coming on and just saying
perpetrating a fraud.
You a fraud.
Right.
you and then you not only did you a fraud, you got on the Breakfast Club to talk about a school. You searched up a school to say that you went to that closed down. Baby, that paperwork is online, right? But you don't have it because you didn't go. Just go back to school. Just say, hey, I'm working on that. You literally said how it is a benefit not to be licensed so that you can talk to your client. That's harmful rhetoric.
Yep. What's the thing that bothers me the most about this is that there are a lot of people who literally have no reservation about running national scams at a level and at an altitude that if they got busted for it, it would destroy everything that they ever did and everybody around them. Do you know what kind of, I mean, you already called it out. You already named names. Like there's a certain type of sociopath that can do that. So in terms of the education part, I care, but I kind of don't care. But in terms of the sociopathy of getting out there and presenting yourself as something as if you wouldn't get found out. See that somebody asked in the chat if she's biracial. And the only reason I'm bringing that up at this point might not be good. It might be really bad, but that's some white shit, y'all. Black folk generally know in the back of their head, my hustle is only going to go so far. You could hustle it locally. Okay. You can be a hustler big time in your state. Okay. But you getting on the national stage in front of 330 million people in the international stage, sharing your hustle with everybody. That's some caucasity there. Like that's some arrogance that I just don't have as a Black person. I can't do it.
No, but that's what the online game is, and because it's the same caucasity that Sean King had. It's the same caucasity that the what's that name? The woman, what's that?
What's her name? From the NAACP that pretended like she was Black.
Rachel Dolezal.
Dolezal, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
She, like those people, they will fraud you, and they are going to be people like. Meanwhile, the two names that I named before, white-ish, adjacent. That other woman is white, and people said we have to accept her because she transitioned to Blackness. She transitioned to somebody being Black, change her name, all this. It's just very strange. I don't want to keep accepting that, but we shouldn't. We got bigger fish to fry. But I'm just saying that in this, my problem is it's such a problematic space because we can't keep aligning ourselves, having a propensity to align ourselves to losers, as Cat Williams said, or in some way, shape, or form, something like that, right? You got a natural. He said a natural propensity to align yourselves with losers. And I don't like that for you.
Wait, who is he talking about?
He said that on his show. Remember when on the show that opened they said the floodgates and let out so much stuff.
Oh, you mean on the show with
Cat Williams?
Yes, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of that, another person that's outside shucking and jiving for the people. I ain't talking about Cat. There was a recent Netflix special with Kevin Hart.
Oh,
and
sure.
Not you said cha.
Bruh. Like I don't know which one you want. You want bruh, you want child. Because that's
too
I was ready
much.
to fight.
You guys, I only saw clips.
Yeah.
You need to watch the whole thing. I watched the entire 3-hour thing. It was a lot. It was funny as hell, but it was a lot. It is not for the faint of heart. If you're one of those comedians or comedy people that likes extremely dark, racist, no holds barred, and say whatever the hell you want to say kind of comedy, definitely will be for you, because there was nothing left off the table. And it just goes to show you what people would do likes, views, and money. When I say nothing left on the table, I mean Cheryl Underwood's husband who committed suicide all through the roast.
Oh, good Lord.
George Floyd. It was a lot. It was a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a whole lot. Extremely funny, but it was a lot. It was a lot.
But see, my problem, and I don't think we could play any of it here because then they really would shut down the stream.
Absolutely not.
My problem is at a certain point you got to have enough self-respect to say, hey, it's funny, yeah, but you know, you talk. I don't know, James. What do you think? Like, because talking about Cheryl Underwood's husband, that's foul, right? But that's an individual. Now you talking about, you know, mocking the entirety of the black community, and you're a black comedian sitting there and watching a white person do that. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna have some issues.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff they claim, I know with Cheryl Underwood, they basically called her and talked to her about doing it, and she said she was fine with it. She even did. A lot of the people that were there actually made clips after the show because I won't say how bad it was being talked about, but just because how everything was. Cheryl Underwood put something out. I think Tiffany Haddish, who was on stage, put something out. A lot of people that were on stage put out stuff. And I don't know. It was cool once you call and say, hey, is it okay if we tell a joke about your dead husband? Oh, that was the other one, Pete Davidson and his father. You know, his father died in 9/11. He was one of the firefighters during 9/11. Got him in there as well too. So, like I said, it was one of those things where nothing was left off the table, and I don't know if per se. I will say a lot of it was Netflix's writers. I want to say
they were white.
Oh yeah. 100%. I really think a lot of the writers for Netflix who did a lot of the jokes for them, because everything was read off the teleprompter, and a lot of the comedian was like, okay, I'm just going to scroll past that. I'm not going to read that. And some went back and still read it, but some just like ignored the hell out of it. But it was a lot. It was funny, but it was a lot.
I seen the clip, so you watched it, right? But even just watching the clips, it just is unacceptable. We don't have, I know that with comedy, right? Growing up and watching comedy, people stretch, they go too far, they do all the things. It's naturally what comedy is. I grew up off of Dave Chappelle. I grew up, Steve Harvey. I grew up Bernie Mac. I grew up especially these black comedians. I watched white comedy and they would go too far, right? They would say all these things, whatever the case may be. I've watched, Mexican comedians. Everybody goes too far about their culture, whatever the case may be. They may mention another culture. People might kiki, people might be uncomfortable. They move on, whatever. This was absolutely, there's no excuse to bring up, while we are in the current state of the nation that we are, George Floyd, a crackerjack, fixing his crackerjack lips. I don't even know who that crackerjack was. To fix his crackerjack lips, to say George Floyd will be proud, breathe, or using that terminology in a joke is
he's supposed to get his ass beat. I'm sorry. Let's just cut to it. He was supposed to get if anybody was supposed to get smacked on stage like Chris Rock did, it was supposed to be him. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And here go his face looked just like that. Kevin Hart's face looked exactly like this when he was laughing. When Regina King looked uncomfortable majority of the time, I don't like how Cheryl Underwood is always in position and she almost opens the door to allow them to keep on highlighting these stereotypes about her and make girl, absolutely not. It's like they're calling you everything but a child of God. Speaking on, you literally had suicide is another issue, right? It's another issue. These people, and I know roasts, they're supposed to dig deep, they're supposed to dig in. There's a way that you can do that. You know who did that who came on that roast and didn't name any of that BS, but called out his beef with Kevin Hart, reiterated the things that he said in his past jokes.
Cat Williams.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cat Williams.
I was gonna say Cat. Yep.
He was able to. That's what you call a roast. I'm coming in here and I'm putting a beam on your forehead, my guy. Everything that was said. I'm coming here and I'm looking at Netflix and telling them I ain't sold out to them, and they still gave me my own special. I'm literally calling out what is happening in this room as we're standing here. That's what Cat Williams was doing. And that's what I call a roast. You burning everybody here. They're going, white people take moments like this to go in and say things that they have said at their kitchen table, right? It should not. Why is George Floyd being named?
Right.
Why is this conversation that to me keeps making my good sis Cheryl Underwood look like a mammy up on these stages where they're constantly talking about how her looks are, and she's so, like I said, somebody said that all they heard about Cheryl Underwood, everybody was coming there, black crispity black crisp black and crisp. That's what it felt like when they were talking about her. Husband died of suicide. Yeah, that's why he dead now. Black crispity black.
Rebecca,
comfortable.
It wasn't that bad.
I was like, James, you watched the whole thing.
It wasn't that bad. But I implore you to watch it. Like I said,
I don't think I want
again.
George Floyd was enough.
And the George Floyd joke. The George Floyd joke was, I bet George Floyd is looking up and happy at all of you. It was along those lines. I don't remember it verbatim, but that was the joke. It wasn't something like they harped on him the whole night. But yes, it was like,
no, just
I know George Floyd would
clip.
be looking up, that's it.
Yeah, why you mentioned it?
Yeah, it's
Why you mentioned George Floyd?
No, Ben.
My thing is, I saw a lengthy part of that clip. I watched more than I would like to. The beginning of it was whack. The middle of it was whack. After it was whack. I didn't see The Rock. Everybody applauded The Rock and how he showed himself a little black at the time. But again, white people use these moments to mention stuff. Cheryl Underwood got up there, and to me, all the white people that did, they did a little. They cut up some of the video. Of course, they cut up some things that could look different, but it doesn't matter. It was said. Every white person that got up there was just looking over at Cheryl like, "Yo, black ass," or saying something, but mentioning the suicide of her husband. I know she can take it. I don't think she should have to. That's what I'm saying. I feel like every time this girl gets on a mic, it's just easier to like really dig into stereotypes about her or dig into. But guess what? It got her a Netflix special. It's coming out soon. She just signed her. She literally just signed. She'll be having a Netflix special coming out soon.
Oh my
and
goodness.
this is kind of like goes into what Cat Williams was saying. Like they up here kicking, letting these white folks write these jokes for him or do whatever. And next thing you know, they are now getting specials, that they probably would have never got before. And I just think in these rooms, I want to see, like, Regina was sitting there and stuff wasn't funny to her. She didn't try to smirk.
No.
When it was funny to her, she laughed.
I will say this. Now that was Regina the whole night. She was playing a part. Regina was playing a part, I'll say. And I say that because she had straight face the whole night. And like it was certain things that she found funny, but when she got up there herself, it was almost like, now it makes sense why you're doing that. It was almost part of, I ain't gonna say like an act, but almost like an act. But she stayed very demure the whole night. Let's say that. Demure.
Tiffany Haddish was also in the room. When they Tiffany after the fact and they had an interview with her, or TMZ on the street, whatever, they were asking her a question. They were like, mentioning George Floyd. A lot of people are saying that it was a little racist in the room. It was a little too much. Did they go too far? So Tiffany says on the people mic, was it the comedians that didn't get invited in the room? And turned around like she just dropped the mic. Sis, somebody put, Tiffany always goes out of her way to disappoint me. She always is disappointing. I want her to win so bad, and she never fails to disappoint me. In these moments, I feel like Black comedians are back in a space where they can't say anything. There's no freedom where they can say things because it's going to make them lose their opportunities. They already don't have much. We don't see Black comedians as much as we did at a certain time in like late 90s. They were coming out. We had our own. Now we have to get Netflix specials. We have to get, before it was like HBO specials, but then, we would still have whatever that show was. I want to say Comedy Jam, I don't know, but they would have that. We would watch that and stuff. But now it's like it's Netflix or nothing. Netflix is the big go-to right now. If you're a comedian, you gotta get a special on there. We saw the writers. They took a picture of who the writers were. Some people outed who the writers were, and the writers were white. I don't think that is okay.
I agree with you. I gotta listen. I'm in a different phase of my life. Like you watch them out. That's it. I mean, because what our words have significant impact, and it's not that we can't take jokes, but I also gotta see who's saying the joke, because the guy who pulled the George Floyd joke is a pro MAGA Donald Trump supporter. And that carries something totally different than if Kevin Hart would have said the joke himself, right? And we got to be real about that. So y'all are trying to, Netflix is trying to coddle and promote to a very specific demographic that they want to bring into the conversation. Now I'm sure there are plenty of other real problematic jokes all night long, but I think we can and should be like, hey, I got a problem with it. Can he say it? Does he have the right to say it? Free speech? Absolutely. But if we return in kind, if we really roasted them at the level that they were trying to roast us, man, we'd have another civil war in this country, because they can't they condition, but they can't take it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. And I think that while we laugh about it, this is what it just goes back to everything. They want us to just be cackling with all our teeth out, right? And for the people who missing them, I'm sorry, but they want us to be cackling with all our teeth out and just that's so funny. And then they're gonna sit in front of you and try that joke on a private time, and then they're gonna get slapped. They're gonna get smacked. They're gonna get beat down, right? It's unacceptable to be a Black person in that room and not stand up and walk out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or at least at that part, at that part, you gotta, I just, at that part, I'm not only going to react because my Blackness, I pray my Blackness triggers and reacts, right? But also you got to think self-preservation. Like, I don't want to be in a room where something is going down that I should have spoken up about and I didn't. And now everybody looking at me like, ooh, Pastor Ben was sitting right there. He ain't say nothing. Must be okay with him. Nah, bro, I'm good.
And to me, but again, who are me? Am I too emotional about it? I'm still emotional about George Floyd. Shut up. Suicide is something that is a real thing. I don't think that should be a part, unless she's making that joke about her husband. Y'all, but again, it is a roast. I've seen roasts where people were able to roast people, and it wasn't even that. Let's not forget Cat Williams, who does not like, and I can't say doesn't like, but doesn't have a good relationship with Kevin Hart, invited to roast him. And I'm pretty sure it was already planned. They knew, something about, along the lines, something there. He didn't mince any words, still was able to give a roast, calling out almost everybody in that room. Right? He mentioned Cracker Jacks being Cracker Jacks. He didn't have to use those words. He didn't, mention any of these political events or people, places, or things in that way. Did he mention politics in a way? Absolutely. But when you are when you know how to do the thing, you know how to do the thing. When you know how to be a comedian, you know how to be a comedian. I'm pretty sure he'll do his next stand up and talk about this moment or whatever. In his previous stuff, we're able to see how he was and how he's grown. Kevin Hart just sat there the same way he laughed at Cat Williams. He laughed at everybody else's joke like that. And I'm like, is it really funny to you though, Kevin? Is it really funny to you? There has to be a place where we draw in lines, because it cannot be shucking and jiving in the name of a Netflix special.
In 2026.
Problem when it comes out of a white person's mouth. about the pain and suffering of a Black person. I'm sorry, right now is not the time because I'm fighting you on sight. I would have been running through the back of that audience like I was Duran, right? Bernard from the back, running up in the front just so I can get a Will Smith slap. Take about that man. That's just how I feel, though.
Yeah, and granted, and that's I know you. Other roasts, there have been a lot of other roasts that I won't say have been as bad, but there have been some that have been equally as bad. So I don't want anyone to think that this is like a first. Yes, it was televised on a bigger platform, and I think that's the main issue. It was on a huger platform. Netflix has millions, maybe billions of subscribers, but there have been other roasts that have been equally as bad, if not as worse. So to me, it's perspective or how you take jokes. And like I said, I'm a comedian. I like comedians, and I've seen comedians that have been worse than what was on the roast. So it just depends on what kind of comedian or what kind of person or what kind of comedy you like or find funny.
Norma in the chat, actually, I think that it best. Dark humor is one thing, but context matters. The roast did not display dark humor, but cheap shots poorly disguised as humor. And I can agree with that. I think that's just, I don't care. I think back then things were able to just slide, right? We're not in the slide, but the skates are off. I don't ice skate, I don't rollerblade no more. I hardly, get on the bike as much as I used to. Baby, I'm standing 10 toes down. In like, you don't get to do any of that. Because if I give you if I give you an inch, you're trying to take a mile, how Black Americans say, right? You don't get that mile. You don't, because then tomorrow, your bald-headed son, is coming up in school, looking at his friends and saying nigger jokes.
Speaking of
using George Floyd as an example, but we've already seen this time and time again, right? Suicide is a big thing happening right now in our community. It just is. I think that I understand how roasts go. I do, and I get how comedians can be dark. I've seen it. We the ones that are, oh, it's okay. Like I've seen it, and I've seen people do worse, right? But there's a time that we can call it out and be like, hey, it's kind of like read the room. Not that joke. We can go another one though. So y'all ain't had no material that you had to pull out of y'all behinds. Somebody's name that we're still saying currently. Knowing that suicide to me is a very deep-seated issue in our community. It's a huge issue right now where a lot of people are taking their lives. I was just talking about we got these fake speak to people, who want to go off the ledge. We're trying to really build a community that makes sense for us in this department. I'm pretty sure Cheryl took that dig and when they said, "Oh, you were able to take that, Cheryl," Netflix special for you.
Right.
I absolutely hate for Cheryl for me because I think that she's so amazing, and every platform she's been on, they've tried to paint her out to be something that I don't see her as. And I just don't like that it just had to look. And mind you, I like Cheryl Underwood. I don't like when Black women have to be in rooms where they kind of shrink themselves. I don't even think her roast was coming off as I know that she can do. We know Cheryl can go there. We know Cheryl can look at these people and start reading them off. And it didn't give that to me.
Yeah.
She held herself back, but she got Netflix special out of it.
Granted, she did. Now, don't get me wrong. Cheryl went up there and did her big one. She probably had one of the best roasts that night. She really did. Oh, hell yes, she did. Yes, she did. She didn't hold back any punches.
She didn't.
It was a lot.
I felt like I'm like, it just gave safe. I know Cheryl can get there, but to me, it wasn't. And maybe, like I said, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm too emotional, right? Maybe I'm too emotional about what's happening in the earth, in the world. But I was just like, girl, it's not funny, and you funny. Like it's not. But again, she got a Netflix special out of it. So there we go. I'm pretty sure Cat Williams is gonna have his. I know he signed a deal. I think he got one more special to do with Netflix. I'm not sure, but everybody got. They're gonna have their stuff. Kevin Hart, to me, do we see him at legendary status right now? Like, is he considered a legend? I'm not even sure. Time has flew by so quick. I'm just not sure.
Yeah, I think the scale and the size of his work puts him in the category.
Does he though? I mean, because honestly, my whole thing as well was like, to be real,
and there's no shade. I was just trying to wonder.
There's no shade. And
he's still
what is even the point
great.
of the roast for him?
Yeah, he's huge.
I don't think he was ready for that yet. Look, everybody else that's been roasted. I mean, Justin Bieber was roasted. I mean, come on. There's been a few people that have been roasted. It's just like, bro,
who made
like,
this roast
why?
thing? Like, who made this thing? It's just like a public display of like.
Roast actually started back in the 70s, 80s. Like Fred, what's his name? Red Fox? Fred Sanford.
Yeah, Red Fox.
They used to do stuff. The lady that's on there, you know what I'm talking about, Ben. Older lady.
What is her name? Give me 2 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, they used to do roast as well too back in the day in the 70s. And from what I understand, it was like they were bad. Like, oh, okay. Aunt Esther. They say she used to go in on the people back in the day. But yeah, it started back in the 70s. We were talking about that when we were watching the special. Another friend of mine, how it used to start and how they used to be. But this is a whole nother level because back then, they weren't going to, I guess they would talk about racist stuff, but having white people get up there and say some of the stuff that they said,
they get smacked. They get smacked in the 70s. See, really all right. So let me tie it and see. This is why I have an issue with this whole. It's just comedy. It's right, but there's a strategic. Have y'all been following this thing about this boy Chud the Builder?
So don't get me started because I
haven't seen anything
quit
about him.
Instagram. I mean, quit Twitter because I'm sick of seeing this man and all the bullshit that he's been causing.
Well, he's under arrest and he's got a $1.25 million bail. Rebecca, it's a guy whose content based on free speech is to go around and harass black people as they're working and call them the N-word, hard ER, and say it's about free speech. So listen just to a quick sample. Oh, go ahead, James.
I was about to say, and it's not only people that's working. You can be in the middle of the street and he'll just walk up to you. And I'm not even going to say the word on camera, but hey, ER. And he was like, oh, and the people get upset and mad. So basically being provoked. And then he's like, oh, look at you chimping out. Just like you want to.
Oh my
just
God.
Like an N-word.
I saw that in the comment section and I died. I said,
yes.
Oh, so that's what they're saying. People are doing chimping out.
Chimping out. So then he carries a gun and he carries a mace. So when the black people approach him and try to do something, and I've been following this guy. I remember the first video I seen. Absolutely disgusting, y'all. And then reading the comments from some of these other races under there that are just like, oh yeah, he's cool. He's doing the white man's work. Just, bro, I can't believe it's people out here like that. I really can, but yes. But yeah, this dumbass all over the place, but now he got exactly what his ass deserved, a $1.5 million bail.
Yeah, but he was arrested for shooting somebody, and we got video of that as well. But
shooting somebody?
Yeah,
and himself, stupid ass,
and himself because he couldn't handle his own gun. But listen to his work. I just want you to hear. Okay, no, that audio is too horrible. I ain't playing that one. But
okay,
the whole here it is. Let's watch this one then.
No audio. No audio, man.
Yeah, no audio.
No audio. Okay, sorry. So at the end of the day, he ended up shooting somebody and shooting himself, and then he got hit with a $1.2 million bond. So he's up.
How did he get to shoot somebody? What was it something that he did where he called somebody in ER as well?
It's exactly what it was. He was out filming a video, and here's a video of him. I guess a guy confronted him. He shot the guy and shot himself, and now he's facing attempted murder.
So he claims that he said something like this. Him and the guy got into an altercation because he was already going to court anyway. So the builder was, but he said the black guy snuck up and sucker punched him, and then that's when he retaliated and shot the gun. So he's trying to claim self defense, but brother, it's not gonna work like that. For the simple fact that you already posted stuff online that said you somebody might chipping out and feel like I'm gonna shoot somebody, something like that. So now all your stuff is gonna make it seem like this was all premeditated. So, but yeah, when I saw everything yesterday, he shot the dude. Thankfully, the guy survived. He got shot in the torso, but he survived. But ended up shooting himself, grazing himself in the arm as well too. So it felt so good seeing that man in the courtroom. It felt so good. The look on his face, bro. It's like, you ignorant. You know what? That's what you deserve, bro. You deserve everything.
I hope that I hope on everything that the prosecution brings in this thread that I had with him where I roasted him. I said, I encourage him, keep streaming live, bro. Because when it inevitably happens, somebody gonna get him. He's safer now because he's in jail. You can't go around doing that to black folk, to anybody.
And he wrote you
and
when I inevitably go ahead.
Mm-hmm. He said, when I inevitably shoot one of you animals for threatening an American's life or solely exercising his constitutional freedoms, you people love seeing each other's die. Stay tuned. Right? That's evidence, bro. You walking around talking about what you're going to inevitably doing against black folk.
What? And then he told you that he blew the brain. He almost blew the
Yes.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Like, Becca, if I swear, you would be absolutely disgusted if you saw any of his clips, man. Just looking at this part, but it's literally, I'm about to delete my Twitter all because of this. I don't even want to see this, man. And seeing the people that with the response and everything underneath his comments or his posts, how they're just like, yeah, you should shoot these monkeys dead all over the place. It's just like, I can't believe it's 2026 and y'all acting like we back in the goddamn 1800s.
Yep.
Like, that's what y'all want.
Or the 1900s.
Or the 1900s.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Like, it's a few years ago.
So here's premeditated. When I inevitably shoot one of you animals, please, prosecution, let me send that evidence over there. I'm about to turn state. I don't like no prosecutors. I'm gonna send it over there too.
And I'm about to say, man, if you go click on this page now, I'm sure there's something else in there between the last few days or so that claims the same thing.
Right. Hang on.
No, you guys just blew my whole, because this person, and this is why I get mad about any person who is a clear person, an unmelanated person, you know, somebody that looks like Erica Kirk, anybody. Why do you get to say anything? Because that's what I hear when you say George Floyd, you say an ER. When you say anything about a black issue, you're just calling us poor and we deserve to die. And that's what I hear. So maybe, again, I'm too sensitive, but these are who you're feeding. These type of people are who you're feeding outside, who walk around and think they take them freedom of speech jokes, which is true. We got freedom of speech, right? And you got this kind of vibe with this person who said, because I have freedom of speech, I'm coming up to you and I'm calling you a nigger. I'm so sorry, right? I'm calling you that. You see how much it hurts when I even say it? It hurts your ears. Coming from a white person, that puts something in, that triggers something in somebody, because that word alone holds all of the stereotypes, the lies, the accusations, the lynchings, the historical deprivation, all this stuff.
All of it. Yep.
And so no. And now he's around here thinking he could shoot people and get away with it because he think he's Kyle Rittenhouse.
And he's literally,
mind you,
go ahead.
I'm glad that he's there with that, was $1.2 million bond, because we know GoFundMe is like, they'll go on GoFundMe and immediately figure something out for him. But 1.2 million, a little steep.
Yeah. And I know that he's been kicked from a lot of places. Kick. I think he has to use what Give Send Go. Is that the one that everybody MAGA people use? But hell, I think that was even been shut down as well too. And Ben, can you play the clip when he was in the courtroom and they tell him he's like, "Oh no, we're gonna go ahead and set a bail for 1.5 billion." It was just made me so happy.
Yeah,
so happy.
You won't be able to hear the audio, but look at his face, his facial expressions. When it hit, how much it was gonna be, that reality. Look at it. You see him close. Yeah, that's what he's.
That long when white people do that long eye.
You fucked up now, beast.
For a year, honey. It's hitting.
That long, that man passed out. Like, girl, your soul left your body.
Baby, that thing gone. The truth.
Man.
I had to face the truth.
Oh goodness. And here's the thing. I'm pulling up that Chud the Builder to see how much he's up to. He's probably up to a couple 100,000, because one thing white folk race is gonna do in this country, they
raise money for him. Yeah,
they gonna raise money.
I know it.
Yeah. But right now it's saying it's over $200,000. He's raised over $200,000 for his GoFundMe is what I'm seeing online right now.
Mm-hmm. I told you that's I know Ben. I didn't even know he had a GoFundMe. I already knew he had a GoFundMe. Didn't know it, didn't see it, but I knew he had a GoFundMe because that is literally the blueprint. That's what they do. They're very predictable. My white brother goes to jail for calling somebody that didn't deserve it. Somebody mind their business and hard ER, and we need to go support him because he was only exercising his rights. Every time that's the and then when he shot his gun, he was only exercising his right to hope. He was only because white people are the only people that can exercise the right. Black people can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off about everything that he does, bro. It's just like you can walk around and say all this stuff. I'm like, first of all, this is not classified as hate speech or anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, how you just able to just go out and just say what you say? And I'm really surprised that nobody is. I don't even know what to say. Not to say nothing nice, but
this is the guy who got shot. Josh and his wife opened up the GoFundMe. So even if Chud the Builder raised over 200,000, all that's going to bail and attorney fees. This young man raised $189,000, and that's just going to go to his life. So who gonna work out better here? Because it's going to take that trial is going to take at least a year. To a murder trial, you talking about a good $200,000-$300,000 in legal fees, depending on the attorney you get. So good luck, Chud.
Okay, and I hope as well too.
What
somebody said it in the speaking of that too, somebody said it in the comments. Hopefully they'll take away his license to carry or his gun rights, so he can't have his gun. But Chud stands for. Somebody posted it in here. Self-owning Chud, cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. As an older Gen Xer, I know the origin story movie for that term. So it's one of these young cats, because he's not, I don't think he's like 28. He's not that old.
That man is 28. Hate.
Yes, Becca. He is not that hate. Girl.
And being born white. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Look, I just hope I hope he has internet access in the pen, because I need him to see how much we are all rejoicing because of his idiocy and his hatefulness has come back to bite him in the ass.
When he closed his eyes,
bruh.
It's similar. Listen,
bruh.
When white people do this, it's a few body language you can read. When white people do this, when they do this, I can't do that face because I wasn't born to do that. So this is like life has gone, left that man body, and let's hope life is not jail time for life. Stop playing with people in the street, my brother.
He could be facing 60 years in prison for attempted murder. and we got all of the evidence showing that he went out and he goes out into the streets with intent to kill somebody. And Mr. Prosecutors, normally I tell you to stay away from me. We don't snitch around here, but I don't like him. Y'all come get all the tweets that he sent to me saying that he was intending on killing a black person. And so he's done. Good luck. Unless he get an all white jury, then okay, you know, even if he get, you know, there's jury nullification. So somebody in this state will probably vote no, not guilty. So he might even get off, but I'm hoping it cost him every penny he raises before he does. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Well, good luck, Chud. Just kidding. I want you to burn in hell.
In hell.
James, did you see his background though? Did you see the video about him liking to get pegged?
I did, and I was gonna say something too before this battery had died. Yes, the girl came forward and said, "Yes, I have a pegging thing, and I used to peg Chud or whatever his real name is." Dalton. She was like, yeah. She even approached him on the street. He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to like find out what happened because you were not racist like this. I know you're not racist. Like, what
Black
the hell
girl.
happened?
Yeah.
Black girl. She said, yeah, she used to dig it.
Yeah. So Chud's gonna have a good time in prison.
Oh, Chud is about to get.
He better hope they like him, because otherwise they got all the reason to shank him.
Oh,
like,
when I
one
tell you,
one or two things is going down in the shower, Chud. One of two things. You better pray.
Well, that's what Chud likes. That's what Chud likes. My problem is, ew. Like, Chud, you don't deserve anybody. Like, you're a nasty person. You're a dirty person, and I know that it pays to grip. It pays to be racist. But baby, you walked around and you shot yourself. You're not ready for the journey. Charlie Kirk died.
Oh, hello.
Murdered in cold blood. Are you ready for the journey, my brother?
He is not ready. He is not ready for the smoke.
He's not ready to
His
put on
wife
the
is out
liquor.
here dancing on his grave. Doing the Dougie on his grave. Are you ready for this journey?
Oh man.
Oh Lord, he about to. When I tell you, he about to get everything he was for.
Lord, please, Jesus, I don't ask for a lot, but let my tweets come up in the trial, because here they all are. Every bit of intent is
Thanks
right
for the
here.
support, Blackie.
Blackie.
Food stamps. When this is what, and you see what I'm saying? This is what I heard at the roast. That's what I feel like I was hearing. White people saying anything can, like, that's all I heard. After that, it was done. Not, hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
I just guess, look, I'm gonna run down to the courthouse, say, here's the evidence, y'all.
That means that you're doing the Lord's work. You're doing a part of the work we were talking about in the beginning of the show. You gotta run down. You gotta run down to that courthouse.
Oh man.
You gotta run down to that commission people meeting. You gotta run down to the local law. You gotta run down. If it just means taking one person off the street, you've done enough.
I gotta run down to this protest too, y'all.
All right. And we're at the end of the show. It is my birthday. All right. So I'm not going to stay on here. I'm going to talk about you at all. Your girl is leaving. I'm getting out of here. But thank you guys so much for super chats. We're going to go through super chats now. Laura Strada, I thank you. Grand Rising, everyone here. We
love you, Laura.
Again. Thank you, Laura. Love you. Mean it. Laura, once again, happy birthday, Rebecca. You are so celebrated. Thank you. I feel celebrated. Happy belated, gorgeous. You age like fine wine. Absolutely breathtaking, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Fine wine. Haitian. What else we got here? Sheila, thank you so much. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed your day. I did. I all I did was go touch, some dirt and some flowers, and I went to go dance my little legs right off yesterday night. Thank you so much, Omega Star. Happy birthday. Glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you too. Thank you so much for joining in.
Put that Cash App put that Cash App in the chat real quick so I can put it up on the screen. We're gonna do we're gonna do what pastors know how to do. I don't do it often, but we're gonna do it. James, when's your birthday?
Not till December, child. We had a while.
It's December.
Okay. No. I just want to make sure because we do it for everybody.
I remember his birthday because we do a thing for it every year. We make sure, and he goes on vacation sometimes.
Oh, that's
he went
right.
to Universal last year.
Disney. Yep. Disney. Yep.
Becca's Voice. I need everybody. It says we got 270 people across all the platforms, right?
Hey.
So I need 27
I'm glad
people.
we have that.
I need 27 people in the audience to send $10 right now over to Sister Rebecca Azor's Cash App. 27 people, $10 each. And y'all, as a matter of fact, let's do what are you 36 this year?
Yes, I'm 36.
So I need 36 people to send $10 each. And those of you who can't send $10 each, I need you to send $5. If you can't send $5, then send $3.60. But we're gonna celebrate our sister today. Do what y'all can to celebrate Rebecca Azor on her birthday. Cash App, $ Becca's Voice. Y'all know what to do.
Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy, to again have been here. I love you guys so much. And I'm just gonna go and take a nap. Your girl tired. I want to actually thank Mark. Thank you so much, Mark. I received yours on PayPal as well. So, but I thank you guys. Hey, I love you. Mean it. Can't wait to see you guys on the next show. Oh, look, somebody
at the same exact time. At the exact time.
It's right here. Love you. Beat it.
Right.
Hey. Haitian Flag Day is on Monday. My birthday was yesterday. This month is Haitian Heritage Month. If you know a Haitian creator, you love a Haitian creator like me, make sure you support. Again, Becca's Voice on Cash App. Send them $18.04, 1804. That is the year that we told them people to get the hell out of our stuff. Or make sure that you just share, like, subscribe, post, comment, do all the things because we got to make sure that we're pushing out every creators. I just specifically want to shout out our Haitian creators because I want us to definitely be in part of the conversation as well. All right, guys. I know you got to go out. You got to go out and make a difference. Make that change.
Make that change.
So yeah,
James, you got
Bubba?
something?
I love y'all. Mean it. I'm over here. Oh dang!
No, I got. If you actually no, you better. If you got something, what?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, is that a Game Boy?
Lego Tetris.
Game Boy. I've been like, let me celebrate a little bit of this while we're doing this. Yeah, got my addiction, child.
He was very focused on it.
I was. Even when I was talking, I'm like, yeah. So when I was, my bad.
I've seen it. You ain't got no respect for people. I love you guys.
I love you.
Thank you for the birthday love.
Love y'all.
Bye.
See y'all next time, everybody.
Work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for like it or not. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for like it or not. Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show like it or not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin.